Greetings, light workers. This is Oya Transformation, and this is your daily Oracle reading for Thursday, July the 22nd, 2021. I want to give a big shout out to the McNeil family as they have lost a spirit here and gained another angel, a soldier. One of those folks that they don't make them like that anymore. So, with that said, Wardell, Mac, McLean, thank you for your love and your time here. So the cards have been divined and shuffled, and the messages are as follows. The first card from Carolyn Meese deck for today is Guide. It represents the nature of the divine. It says, represent the nature of the divine in all your life and in yourself, in all that you do. Teachers of religious beliefs and practices, as well as spiritual principles, can see the divine in every aspect of life. Well, that's what we are being asked to do every day of our life. We are to be life coaches before they were life coaches, because our grandmother's God egged us on, our mother's God egged us on. And if you lived any period of time here on this plane, you got a God of your own that gave you power and dominion over your thoughts. And once you grasp, and I grasp, power and dominion over my thoughts for any period of time, I have an obligation to extend that power of positive thoughts to my fellow man. I need to let somebody else know that things are happening as they should, and that God is on our side, and that nothing is willy-nilly here. It's exactly the way it should be. And if you can't wrap your head around that, maybe it's time to be still for a minute until we can wrap our heads around things not being necessarily always the way we want them to be, but being grateful that a loving God walks with us. That's if you decide to take communion, to take up that conversation as to knowing who you are, whose you are, and that good things will always follow. The second card is from the Hoodoo Tarot deck, is the Six of Knives. And as you can see, this is a wayfarer on a boat moving forward. And the Six of Knives is a plant referenced as John the Conqueror. And the story says that John the Conqueror was the legend, stolen from Africa as a prince. And he managed to free himself and get back to Africa. And what he left was the John the Conqueror route. Well, they say that the route was really native to Northern America, so there's a whole lot to say about where the central part of this planet, what is centric? Is it Africa? Is it America? That's a whole nother discussion. But what they're saying here is leave your troubles behind you. Leave old ways of being behind you. How can you be in tune with your guides if you're holding on to stuff that does not support your growth? If you're holding on to people, now most of the time we don't want to hear that, because you and I know that there are constant themes that run through the people who we fellowship with. They either support us because they give us a way of being that is different from the way we normally are, or from the ways we'd like to come away from, or they don't support us in that they don't necessarily believe in the ways that we believe things are happening. And because of that, bring angst to our lives. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a difference of opinion. But if the majority of the relationship is based on us pushing and pulling each other, that's not healthy. So the Six of Knives asks that we leave those things behind us, that we move forward. The guide card asks that we carry the message. And the Six of Knives asks that we spend minimal time with those things that bring us angst. You can love a thing, you can love a person, but if you are not grounded, or I am not grounded in the way that I respond to them, I'll spend more time in angst, and that's never healthy. The final card in this reading is one we like. It's come up a couple of times in the last couple of days, is meditation. And meditation says, raise your hands high and put your hands in the hands of the plan. It also says, do nothing. Find quiet within your heart and wait. And this is something that needs to be said to everybody. I know I need to hear it with regularity. You're not going to miss anything that was planned for your good by the time you spend in quiet, in solitude. Because if it's meant for your good, it's going to be there when you're there. It's not going to show up when you're absent, because it then probably was not meant for your good. So we also spend a lot of time going on about, oh, I missed that, and my life would have been better if this and that. Your life is exactly where it's supposed to be, doing exactly what it is unfolding to be, because you are where you are to be. You always have been. You didn't miss an opportunity that wasn't for you. So let's hold tight to the gratitude we have for the blessings we have. And if you don't have that moment every day or all day, that you are able to build yourself up in the knowing that everything is exactly where it should be, and that you are blessed and that you are loved, the moment you have it, you have an obligation to share it. The moment it comes to you, what a big blessing I have every day by just simple unencumbered breath. Use that moment to tell somebody else about how wonderful their life is. Share. Thank you for listening. Namaste. Have the best Thursday ever. Be well.